Good afternoon, I'm Sergeant Candidate 1336. The problem I have in this scenario is that I have drugs being sold in a community to possible school-aged children, as reported to me by my commander. My objectives are to investigate the allegations and develop a plan of action to stop the criminal activity in the future. I will first acknowledge that I received the memo from my commander. I will meet with him after devising my plan and advise him of the plan that I have come up with. I'm going to liaison with our crime analysis to establish if the listed black Dodge Charger with the Louisiana plates has been linked to any other cases, drug cases or any other cases in the area, so that we can attempt to identify the owner of the vehicle and get their contact information and their identifying information. I'm also going to pull all surveillance cameras in the park and the businesses in the area so that I can determine if the vehicle can be identified or the consumers or buyers can be identified as well. I will liaison with our narcotics division to have undercover vehicles and a possible criminal informant to conduct a buy-walk of the vehicle, approach the vehicle and conduct operations that way. And I will also have them run surveillance, undercover surveillance in undercover vehicles from the hours of 1900 to 2100 daily until we can catch these criminals. I'm going to speak to the Central High School resource officer as well as the principal and show them the video that we have obtained, the surveillance videos in the area, to see if they can identify any of the potential students that may be buying these drugs from this vehicle, so that we can interview and investigate that further. We will have narcotics obviously be the primary division responsible, but I will ensure that the students are identified and sent over to narcotics for an interview. I will have 4 two-man crew units assigned 3 blocks away from the park during these peak hours so that they can be utilized as a takedown unit once narcotics officers in their undercover vehicles identify that a transaction has occurred. I'm going to have 2 units for a takedown unit for the vehicle involved in dealing the drugs, and then I'm going to have 2 units for takedown of the buyer of the drugs as well. If the buyers end up being juveniles, I'm obviously going to notify juvenile division of the situation and have them involved in the operation as well. I will begin the operation in 1 week once I've liaisoned with narcotics division and pulled all surveillance footage available and run that information through crime analysis to determine if we can identify the suspect vehicle. And then I will follow up with the captain daily on the status of the operations. I will liaison with the roll call sergeant in the area so that I can ensure that uniformed officers and marked vehicles are not in the area during these peak times, so that our undercover narcotics officers and their surveillance vehicles can be utilized effectively, so that we're not spooking this potential drug dealer in this Dodge Charger or these children from the area, so that we can ensure that we catch the criminal activity and then catch the perpetrators responsible for it. I'm going to document all of these actions in an operations plan, also in my working log, so that I can have everything laid out perfectly for both the captain and narcotics division, for the school resource officer as well, so we can all work in conjunction with one another to solve this issue. I will again notify the lieutenant and all of roll call and roll call sergeants of the issue, so that everybody is apprised of the upcoming investigation into the matter. In summary, the Houston Police Department, our mission is to work cooperatively with the community to ensure a safe environment for everyone. We do not want children out potentially buying drugs from these drug dealers and supplying these drugs to school-aged children or anyone in the community. So this is a high priority for the Houston Police Department and for myself and my officers to stop this activity and to arrest the offenders responsible. So we will conduct a full-scale operation with narcotics running point so that we can ensure that this criminal activity is stopped in the future. I want to thank you for your time in this matter, and I look forward to hearing back from you if you have any revisions or any other issues that you would like me to address, and I will do so prior to creating this ops plan. Thank you for your time. That concludes my answer to this scenario.